Very often, many of us use the words TG and customer interchangeably. They aren't the same. Let's discover why they aren't. Hey, this is Vineet from Orias Venture Partners. I know it's been a while. TG or target group, also known as TA or target audience, is the predefined persona you want to target and spend money and time on to get them to your app or website. Customer, on the other hand, is someone who comes to your app or site and completes some sort of activity. They could play a game, watch a video, take a course, or do a checkout for a product. You've got to understand, TG is forward looking. It's who you want to see come into your company. They are probably united by some common characteristics. And when you're defining TG, you've got to be as specific as possible. On the other hand, customer profile is historical data. You can literally run an SQL query and pull it out of your database. And customer profile leaves minimal opportunity to fine tune beyond filtering the reports that your database has thrown out at you. Defining your TG comes from speaking to hundreds of potential users, doing user interviews, and then filtering the ones who will resonate the most acutely with the problem statement that your startup is going after. Customers include people who control spend. For example, it could be a purchase manager, or in the case of a single mobile household, it could just be the person who uses the mobile the most. They could also be people who want to experiment with your product just because it's new, or there's someone who are using it on behalf of someone else. For example, teenagers who shop on behalf of their parents. Teenagers may be the customers, but the parents are your TG in this case. When you have spent time defining your TG, the description comes across crystal clear, and it may sound something like this. I'll give you an example. 20 to 29-year-old women from tier 2 town whose family owns at least one two-wheeler. She is in their first job in a retail or financial services environment. Additionally, they follow X or Y or Z celebrity on Insta and subscribe to a specific category of videos on YouTube. Do you see how specific this was? You can almost imagine and visualize this person in your head. On the other hand, when you're describing your customer, it'll sound like 80% women, 20% men, 72% from tier 2, 3 or 4 India, spending an average of 250 rupees per transaction and ordering at least once every 2 months. I hope you noticed that the customer description is actually a superset of your TG. Everyone in your TG fits into your customer, but your customer profile has quite a few people who never fit into your TG. Okay, so why should this matter to you or your startup? Couple of reasons. When you're targeting ad spend on your TG, it actually allows you to decrease your CAC over time. When you're targeting ad spend on a customer profile, you may end up in a weird situation where CAC is either going up or staying stable. Another reason, when you build products specific to a TG, this improves retention because you're specifically going after people who have this acute pain point. Versus when you build a product based on your historical customer profile, this would lead to drop off due to all the outliers in that customer profile. With this above differentiation, I now invite you to compare your own TG versus your customer. They are almost never the same persona. Take care. I'll see you later. Goodbye.